Man, you gotta love finding out stuff like that's really cool right before the video starts. I was reading up on this video that we're about to watch. Pretty cool. Hi guys, welcome to Libriax. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. It is Saturday once again, my friends. I wonder how many times in my life have I said that now. I wonder how many Saturday videos we've done. Like, that's how many it's been. I've lost count at this point, and we still got more to do. We are going back. Can you guess? We're going back to Big Generator, and we're going to be doing the lead single from that album that has a video directed by Alex Proyas, who is a wonderful director. He did iRobot. I know that much. What was the other? Where'd it go? He did, yeah, The Crow, Dark City, iRobot. I don't know about Knowing. Knowing was kind of bad. Man. So he directed the video for the song Rhythm of Love, which is off of Big Generator. It was it appeared on Big Generator. It was released repeatedly as a single, alternating as the A-side or B-side of Love Will Find a Way. It was also remixed many times, though thus far only 2 have been seen legal, like a legal issue on CD. So there you go. Take that for what it is. We haven't done anything from Big Generator in a long time. Probably a few months, and it's a really good album, man. It's like one of those albums that kind of falls through the cracks, at least for me, you know, just because it's in the middle, basically. Even though like the later stuff kind of falls through the cracks even further. So this stuff's in the middle because we've done more of the middle stuff than the later stuff, but I'm excited because I do enjoy this flavor of Yes, as I call it. You know, it's definitely different than the prog 70s stuff, but it still has hints of it in there. Pretty, you know, it's in there. You just gotta listen. I'll link my Yes playlist up here. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's go. Rhythm of Love by Yes in 3, 2, 1, go. Tony K. Yep. Always gotta check. That's 80s John? Is that a crow? Chris's bass line is gnarly. It's so 80s, I love it. Okay, sure. This world doesn't exist anymore. It's so crazy. Sorry. this video, bro. Demonetized. Just kidding. YouTube AI. Whoa. Tony. This looks like his movies too, like a dark, grungy city. That's funny. That's his thing. The director, sorry. Okay. Their videos are always entertaining. Oh, it found her. Love has found you. Do the robot. Oh, sorry. And the curtain closes. What a finish. Steve would never. I'm just kidding. Oh, I like Steve more anyway. I was just kidding. But no, he would never do a tapping solo or whatever like that. That was awesome. That sounded so good. I was not expecting that whatsoever. I thought the song was just going to end on the chorus again. And no, it just bust out this awesome ass solo. Like, where were you holding that the whole song, man? I mean, honestly, no, it was a good riff the whole song. Chris and Alan especially, I don't like the way Alan is mixed in this. Like, he does have... his snare is loud, but everything else isn't. Like the cymbals, the toms, everything else isn't loud at all. I might have to listen to it again. I was kind of just watching the video, trying to listen. You know, it's kind of hard doing both at the same time and actually have, you know, coherent analysis. So I try my best. I definitely say Chris and Trevor definitely were the highlights of this, and then John. So who does the harmony? It's obviously it's him. Wow. Why is Paul McCartney playing? Sorry. Oh, of course, yeah. So Tony K. So the lineups are always confusing. Yeah, John Anderson, Trevor Rabin on vocals as well. Guitars, keyboards, string arrangements. Tony K on the keyboards. Chris Squire bass guitar and backing vocals. Alan White drums, percussion, backing vocals. Is there anything else? Almost like Love. Love will find a way. They have so many love-titled songs. Oh, John. What will we do without you, my friend? Yeah, I'd say, honestly, like, his vocals, like, for the 80s, you know, sounding, yes, it was very, it did have his usual trappings, you know, but I feel like his, the stuff in the 80s and the 90s, he tried something different with his vocals. Like, not in every song, but I've noticed that it's not like the 60s and 70s, and then not what he sounded like, you know, in the future either. There was like that specific period of like the 80s and the 90s where John kind of had this, I don't even know what to call it. Like, it's just a style, you know, it's just stylized in his manner, you know. I don't know how to describe it better than that, but he kind of lost it after, I don't know what album it would be, but, you know, when I watched the later, you know, shows and stuff, and then with the Band Geeks single and stuff, you know, he definitely kind of went back to his, I don't know, not really, the 70s stuff. I don't even know, man. Like, that solo at the end was so awesome. Like, I can't even pick anything other than that. Like, that caught me off guard, so I have to give it that a plus. And then that video too, man. Like, I know Alex Proyas is you know, definitely even in iRobot that was a grungy city. Like, not knowing wasn't though. I'm kind of like a little, at least with like more of the recent era movies, I'm a little mini cinephile. I watched a lot of movies when I was a kid. I was a very bored youth. Read a lot of books, watched a lot of movies, and walked in the woods a lot. And yeah, he definitely has that, you know, grungy aesthetic, especially in Dark City. Like that movie, if you want to watch a trippy movie, watch Dark City. It'll give you schizophrenia. And it kind of like, you know, answers some questions that you didn't want answered, you know. It's sort of those things. And I know that it's fiction, obviously. I'm not saying it's real, but you know, it kind of just unlocks those questions in your mind that sometimes are best left not to think about, to be honest. That's coming from someone who's thought about about a lot of crazy shit, and you guys know that. Sometimes it's not worth the hassle because it will stress you out, you know, even if you don't know if it's actually real or not, you know. And that's the craziest thing. Your brain will still stress about something it doesn't know if it's real, you know, if it's real or not. And that's kind of scary because you never know what's going to happen in the future with technology and such, and what's going to, you know, we already know about, you know, certain, you know, how information is corrupted these days by both sides of everything. You know, it's not even just a political thing. It's just information in general. It's, you know, distributed through a very certain filter in a very certain way. And, you know, you just can't trust anything. And that's what I think the first attack on all of us was, you know, and I say us as the West, you know, and here we go. I think that was the first attack on us, is to like destroy, you know, trust in our institutions and trust in the media and stuff like that, which they've always been corrupt in a way, but it's definitely it doesn't matter what you watch, it's all got some sort of spin or bias on it. And I think that's scary for our world today, you know. And I hope love does find a way, you know what I'm saying, man, because that's like literally the most cheesiest thing to say, but it's so true. We just have to learn how to love each other, bro. Faults, history, all that, you don't forget stuff, obviously, and you try to hold people accountable for things, but you know, sometimes you just gotta let stuff go too, you know, because if you want a healthy and just fair life going forward, you know, like we all have to work together. You know, we can't be so fixated on the past and things that happened in the past, because you already know. I think we have to move forward because we're all stuck in this like eternal now that we always worry about. And I don't know, everyone's living for the moment. No one's thinking about tomorrow. And I've noticed that. Especially growing up, man, that was the YOLO, you know, that was my generation, you know, the you only live once. Like there's stuff like that was pushed so hard, you know, go out and party, do this, do that, do that. And that's what I did. I listened, unfortunately, and it kind of I lost a decade of my life, probably more, you know, and it's sad. But I'm off topic, sorry. I'd say out of all of this, like I said, Chris's bass line, it's funky. The video, it kind of just goes with the jarring kind of nature of the song at points, because it fools you into, well, it lulls you into that, you know, false sense of security that it's a regular, you know, yes, pop prog rock song, you know, and then bam, that solo hits you, bam, that bass line hits you, you know. It's great, man. I love the harmonies and the vocals too. Didn't like the way Alan's drums are mixed. I liked the snare. The rest was not as prevalent as I'd like, but you know, other than that, that was an amazing track, to be honest. It was a very, you know, 80s yes, but I love 80s yes because it's so 80s that it hurts, you know. And that's a good thing in my book, because I was born in the 90s, so as you guys know, I love the 80s. The 90s, a little bit. I do like the 90s. You know, I always say the 90s ended, you know, on September 1/1, but it's sad that that decade was such a total loss, it feels like, because that's where I think we all went wrong. I know the 80s started it, but the commercialization, the mass media, all that stuff that really just bogs us down to this day. We're paying for it now with the streaming and all that, and instant gratification, all that, and it's all stems from things that happened before, obviously. And I think the 90s were like the pinnacle, not the pinnacle, like the turning point. You know, you talk about the Beatles, the turning point was fill in the blank, Rubber Soul, whatever you want to say. I think the turn for us was the 90s. And then the 2000s hit. That makes sense, right? Because that's the new millennium, and everything's been different since 2000. You know what I'm saying? And this is coming from somebody born in the early 90s. You know what I mean? So it's something to think about. Dark City, watch it. Schizophrenia is incoming. Thanks for watching, guys, and thank you for joining me for another Yes Saturday. I will see y'all next week. And if you want to watch another video, it should be popping up right here. Hello, Mr. Video. There's also a Patreon and a PayPal in the description. Bye bye.